Now, in this lecture, we are going to navigate the Blueprint Editor user interface to build and customize blueprints, explaining how your blueprint workflow can be applied to the different facets of the Unreal Engine, and you'll be harnessing the power of visual scripting. And when I say power of visual scripting, remember, you're not going to, learn a single line of code. Okay. Let's say your blueprints are for the non-programming art. Okay, they are like artist friendly.
Okay.
Right. Okay, and you're going to use the blueprint syntax and the Unreal Engine to create something interactive. We'll be having point light. You'll be toggling the visibility on and off by using physics. You're going to simulate physics, adding the effects, adding sounds. We are going to work with the level blueprints. We are working with the blueprint classes. And at the end of the course, you will be able to understand the difference between the level blueprint, your blueprint classes. Okay, and like I said, like you have this wonderful example where you can toggle the visibility of light when your third person character, when you're possessing the third person character into the room, will be building a house. Okay, or maybe a room, a small room. When this character goes into that, you'll be creating a light with explosion, and sound and physics are going to change, and also you'll be changing the material. So everything we are creating inside the blueprint only. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, coming to the history of the blueprints, now in the Unreal Engine 1, okay, when it got introduced, it has to be based on the event and tag based system in the properties panel. Okay, like essentially visual scripting within the world itself, within your level itself. Like you can see here, there's this torch, and you have this switch here. If you remember the earlier game, like the first Prince of Persia, we used to use this kind of interface. I mean, I'm talking about the game. I guess you have played the Prince of Persia, the first level, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So everything are like tag based. Like you have something in the viewport, it's floating in the viewport. You're going to tag from one node to another node, one node to another node. Okay. Kind of hectic thing. Okay. Then in the Unreal Engine 3, they came up with visual scripting Kismet. It got introduced, and it solely for level scripting. You have this Kismet, like you will be creating it for each and every level. Let's say level 1, you have done the scripting part, done. Then go for level 2, you have done the scripting part, done. Then the it goes on, right? And also you have the variables, sequences, and go like etc things were introduced. But still, it's like it's not like like just now I said, for non-program artist friendly, it's not like artist friendly. Though you are from a let me ask you, like, how many are from the programming background, C++, C Sharp, or Java? Like anyone from the programming background? I see.
No.
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 No, fine, fine, no problem. So so in that situation, they came up with this concept called blueprints. Okay, so it got introduced with the Unreal Engine 4. Okay, it's like you are no longer tied to a level. Like like just now we discussed, right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, you're tying to this level, just to the particular level. Let me take an example of you played the Subway Surfers game, Temple Run.
Yes. Yes.
What is the main motive of this level? You have to run and collect those coins, right?
Points. Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you, like for level 1, you have written a scripting part. I'm being it like outside from the real, I mean, what you say, the Unreal thing. Okay, you're writing a scripting for the one coin, or like number of coins in the level 1. Okay, now user goes to the level 2, you have to write it again, right? Now with the blueprints,
yes.
you're creating it by using the blueprint, remember blueprint class. Okay, so you can have this number of n number of instances which you can use along the any levels you have. Okay, you can derive from any class. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, and much more functionally exposed, much more streamlined. You can say it like a huge step forward, taking your Unreal Engine, the gaming for the developers, gaming developers, it's a very huge step. Okay, and when you say like comparing it with the C++, you have both advantages and disadvantages with both. Okay, so it's not like 99% you're doing your gaming by using the C++, or 99% you're doing it by using the blueprints. You know, like let's say you're doing any small game. Okay, I can say like, okay, you can use this with 99% by using the blueprints, or like in the C++ also, right? But like you have the we'll be discussing like when you are going to use the C++ and the blueprint. If I tell you now itself, it will be much more easier for you, right? We'll
Okay.
discuss, we'll see, and then we'll go for the points like where you're going to use the blueprint and where you're going to use the C++. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, coming to the blueprint here, like what is your blueprint, to be frank? Just now I said like blueprint is a visual scripting language created by the Epic game for the Unreal Engine 4, and it is used within the Unreal Engine editor to create a new class and gameplay functionality. It's not like if you're writing, the developers, they'll be using Visual Studio for creating their scripts like C++, maybe C#. They'll be using the Visual Studios. It's like another platform. So here you will be using, you'll be creating your blueprint within the Unreal Engine. They're not going for some place, right? Okay, you're doing it within the Unreal Engine. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, and a script in blueprint is represented by the graphs of nodes connected by the wires and define the flow of execution. Like you have this, like you want this, okay, this to be execute something, and you're, if I take example of this image itself, like you have animation instance here. So when it should happen, like when you have this input action fire, then this montage should play with this mesh second player get animation instance. So you are going to execute this by using the wire pins and nodes.
Okay.
So we are
Yeah.
not going to use C++. Like there is no that much need.
Not like you're not at all using the C++. That is what I said. Like according to the scenario, right?
Okay.
Just now I've explained you like 99% you can't rely on the C++ to make your things easy. Okay, and you can't rely on the blueprint whole like again the sake for the small games you can do that. Okay, for the complex games you can't go only with the blueprints. Okay, so we'll see, like at the end of the class I'll explain you like where at what time you'll be going for C++ and what the typical things you should be in that C++ and the blueprints.
Yeah. Sure.
Right, and the most commonly used blueprints in the Unreal Engine are level blueprint and blueprint class.
Okay.
Okay, now coming to the execution flow. Okay, so you'll be using this nodes. So these are the nodes, node 1, 2, 3. You're using these nodes and connecting those nodes with pins here, and this is the pin. Okay, and also you're executing it with the wires here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So already we discussed displacing nodes, if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay. And how your blueprint graph execution is going to take place. Simple. The execution nodes of the blueprint start with a red event. Okay, like event begin play, or you want to end it like event end play. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, so it will begin with the red event, and it is going to connect with the white wire. This node and this node are connected with the white wires.
Okay.
Okay, so white execution pins nodes are called as these are called as execution pins. That is simple. Okay, and any colored pins you see here are the data pins. So these data pins will get those data like okay, and you also have the execution paths, and you also have the data wires. Let's say before when this set should be executed, before itself I'll be using the player level output, and I'll be multiplying with the, let's say 30 and giving the output here. Okay, so when a node with data pin runs, it fetches the requirement data using the data wires before completing its execution. Okay, by using this one here. Right?
Yeah.
So any doubts so far?
No.
So far fine.
Fine. And see, you can stop me at any time. If you have any doubts, you can stop me.
Yeah.
If you want to share your screen, you can share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, don't hesitate to ask any doubts. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Now let's jump into the level blueprint. Yeah, like I said, we'll be discussing with two blueprints: level blueprint and blueprint class. First, we'll go with the level blueprint. Okay. Now, what is a level blueprint? Simple thing. So, level blueprint is a specialized type of blueprint that acts as a level-wide global event graph. Simple. You have your level of your project. It has its own level blueprint created by default that can be edited within the Unreal Engine editor. Right? Okay, so each level has its own level blueprints.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go into the action now. Like, let's create a project. So open the Unreal Engine. Takes your time. Okay. So go along with me. Okay. Yes. Fine. So I'll take games as my project category. Next, select the third person as the selected template. So next, remember, obviously you should select blueprints here because it's a blueprint class, and the quality will be maximum. Ray tracing, you can enable it later. I want it to create it by desktop and console. If you want to go for the lowest, go for mobile and tablet. I can change this one as scalable 2D or 3D in that case. Okay, I want it with the starter content. Let's say I'll change the location, desktop. I'll create blueprints folder. Sorry for that. Select folder and my BP project. Create. So your engine will get ready with your preferences and it opens. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to create everything with default. So I'll go with a new, just open the content browser. I'll go with a new level, take it as default, saving it, create a new folder, saying it as let's say what we call this levels. Sorry. And I'll save it as level 1. Level 1. Save. Okay. Simple. So I'm going to create a house by using the architecture static meshes here. Okay. So select your player start, place it over there, and create your house. So wall dot 400 by 300. Rotate it. I'm doing this because I want my, when I possess my player, like when I click play, I want my player to be in front of this. Okay. So when I'm creating this, make sure you also, like when you're creating, your house should face towards your player. Okay. We'll be not having any doubts at that point. So I'll drag and drop the wall here. Go for the, you can use the orthographical views to create your architectural kind of thing. Okay. Go for the front view. Yes, it's fine. Go for the top view. It's fine here also. And I'm going to duplicate this, Alt and drag. Okay. I'll duplicate it again and rotate. As simple as that. I'm keeping it very basic because see, I don't want to create a complex kind of structures so that you are not able to create it. Okay. So I'm going it very basic because you can get it at the first try itself. Okay. So I'll go for the perspective thing. Fine. Okay, clear. I'll select 400 by 400 wall, rotate it 90 degrees, minus 90, change your orthographical view to, let's say, front, and place it over there. Can you able to create this? I guess this you can do it very simple, right?
Yeah.
Easy for you guys.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Ask me if you want me to stop, I'll stop for you so that if you are not able to be in the step, the current step, what I'm going with, okay? Okay, don't hesitate to ask me. I'll wait for you, no problem.
Yes.
I'll go when you say, right, yes, let's go. Are you done? Take your time, no problem. So I want you all to create this a simple asset here. And try to use your orthographical views. Trust me, your work, you'll be doing it very fast. Rather than working in the perspective view, you can do it in the orthographical view. It will be even more faster. Clear?
Yes.
Can I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Yes.
So all I need here is my point light. It should be inside the house. Got it. Fine. And here, see, I'm going to create something called a box trigger. Okay, so when a player enter into this house, my blueprint, it should know, see, some event got trigger. At the end of the day, what you're doing, you're creating the events and you're triggering those events. Okay, so I want to create that event for the box. Okay, so very simple example, remember. And let me ask you one more thing. Are you from the VFX background?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. See, try to use this blueprints. Okay, you at least get the basics of the blueprint. Sure, I'm telling you, you can able to create your own, let's say, own logics. Okay, you can think of your own. Okay, your Unreal Engine is not like, let's say, okay, from Megascans, you getting some assets, bake them, getting your ray trace on, and getting the output for the movie purpose or like anything. Okay, at the end of the day, Unreal Engine is a gaming engine, right? So you want that interactions to be there. Like when your player goes, your light should turn on, or like when your player goes, your sequence should start playing, etc., kind of thing. So it will help you a lot. Okay. Yeah, fine. So are you done?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So I'll create this box trigger here, placing it over there. And I want to scale this. Scaling, I'll be doing it from this box extent in the details panel. Okay, box extent. So when you scale, it will be scaling from the both sides. So I'll be doing this as 200 by 200 by 150. Yeah, we took at 400 by 300. So it'll be 200 by 200. 150. So I'll go for the front view, change this position here, align it exactly, and go for the top view, make sure everything is fine and good here. Clear? Save, and we are ready to go. We've done these two steps. Simple. I've drag and drop from the place actors. I've drag and drop the point light and also drag and drop the box trigger and scale it according to my house here. Clear?
Yeah.
Now let's create the level blueprint. So open level blueprint. This is what you have. So when you click, it will open the level blueprint. So it has the My Blueprints tab, add a new, the toolbar, details panel, your event graph. Clear? So by default, you'll be having event begin play and event tick. I'm not using this two right now, so I'll delete. Okay, and remember, like every time you compile and save. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Now simple. See here from the outliner, I'll select this trigger box and I'll get it as a reference in the level blueprint. Okay. So
Okay.
select the trigger box, go for the level one, your blueprint level, right click, add event for the trigger box, collisions, and on actor begin overlap.
Okay.
Okay. Or yes, on
You
actor
have
begin
to
overlap.
select that trigger, sir.
You have to select the trigger box. Okay, let's say if I'm selecting something else like wall 400 by 400, right click, I'll be getting the event for that wall.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll share you one more thing here. Remember, when you right click, this content sensitive, you enable it.
Okay.
Okay, so it will give you the selected actor oriented events, right? See, if I disable that, I can't see those, right? I should search for it, right? I should go for
Yes.
the event and doing the on actor. So when you enable, that is doing job for you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Fine.
fine.
Yeah.
Now from the other actor, I'll pull a wire and casting it to third person character. Now by doing that, what I'm saying here to the my Unreal Engine, when I hit play, check whether the person here entered into the trigger box is the third person or not. As simple as it. Very simple.
Okay.
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 Now,
Yeah.
what do you want? When this character go inside, your light should turn on. Okay.
On.
So I'll select the point light, and by default, your visibility will be on. So I'll disable it. Okay. Now I want to do that thing with the blueprint. Simple. So very simple. So I'll select the point light, right click here, and create a reference to the point light. Like I said, you'll be creating a reference. So create reference to the point light. Drag a wire from here. What you want to you want to set the visibility. As simple as that.
Yeah. Can you please come again?
Yes, see.
Hmm.
So you select the point light here in the world outliner.
Okay.
So right click, create a reference to the point light.
Fine. Okay.
So I'm going to create the reference, the point light what I have in my level. So point light. So drag a wire from here, say set visibility. Simple.
Okay.
You can do a lot. Set. You can do a lot here. Okay. Now,
Okay.
right now I want only the visibility of this. So drag and drop. Okay,
So
pull a wire
that
and
set visibility is the light component.
light component. Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
And what you want the new visibility to turn on. Click compile and save and play. You can press Alt and P. It's a shortcut. Okay. And play. You see your light got turned on. As simple as that. What do you say? It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Turn on. Clear? Is that clear for you? So I'm creating a
Yes.
trigger box here.
Yes.
So event on actor begin overlap. I'm checking whether the character is the third person or not, casting it to the third character, getting the point light reference, and setting the visibility on. Now, what I want here, the next step, when this character leaves, now when the third person character, this mannequin, leaves this room, I want the light to be turned off.
Oh,
As simple as that. Simple. I'll select the trigger box, right click. Now this time, what do you say? On actor begin overlap or end overlap? Easy to guess.
and overlap.
End overlap.
And,
Very simple. Okay. Then I'm checking with the third person character, cast to third person character. Just sorry for that. Cast to third person character. Okay. And I can pull a wire from here and set, let's say, get the visibility, like set visibility here, but I'm making it easy for you. I'm doing it again. So select the point light, right click, get the reference to the point light, drag, set the visibility, light component. And this time, when I assign this third person character to the set visibility, I should disable the visibility here. Fine. Let's compile and save. Check. Light on and light off. As simple as that. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
Are you getting till here?
Yeah.
Oh, just a second.
Yeah, it's simple. So I'm on actor end overlap for the trigger box. I'm checking the person is a third person character or not, and getting the visibility to the light, getting the off.
Okay.
Play inside and out. Are you clear till here? Were you able to create this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Hello?
of you?
No.
Yes, yes, yes. Who is that? Yeah, Sharath.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I got a doubt actually.
yes, Sharath. Come on.
So if I'm coming out also, my light is not getting turned on.
Not getting. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, yes. Can you? Okay.
If I go
Nice.
out,
nice. Okay. Okay. Open the blueprint.
this is the thing. What?
Yeah. See, to the on actor end overlap, the set visibility. The new visibility is turned on. So just check that once.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Compile and save, and you should able to create it now. Compile and save. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Plate.
Yes.
It turned on and off. Awesome. Awesome. Good that you got it at the first try itself.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good.
But see,
Yes, yes.
I have one more doubt. See,
Yes, yes,
without
please go on.
entering, whenever I'm very near to the whatever the room we created, room or what the thing, so
Mhm.
it's automatically the light is getting turned on. I don't want that. After entering inside, I want.
After. So see that you can do it with your box trigger. See, just select the box trigger once, scale it like from where you want. Okay, so you can just place the box trigger, make sure, yeah.
So
So from where you want, you can just, yeah. So you can
You
go
can pull
even
it,
more,
okay.
yeah, you can pull it back. Now just play once.
now I got it. This is what.
Yeah. So that is for level 1. So I'll save, close. Now let's say like level 1 is done. I want to go for another level. I want to create it. Like, let's see, like level, I'll create a new level, default. I'm gonna create everything here. See, by using the level blueprint, I can't get that house now in this level. I have to recreate everything. Let's say I'll go for the architecture starter content here, create the door 400 by 300, turn into 90 degrees, everything you have to create it again. Okay, so I'll create 400 by 300 wall, 400 by 300, changing the orthographical view, top view. Okay, each and everything you have to create it again. So duplicate, placing it over here, duplicate, rotate. Let's go for the front view and check once. Everything is fine. Yes, fine for me. And get the wall 400 by 400. Everything I'm creating it from the scratch again.
Yes.
Go for the front view. Perspective. Now I'll get the same thing. I'll get the point light inside, get the trigger box, and scale the trigger box as same. Let's say 200 by 200 by 150. Everything I have to create it again. Let's say you have level 3. You need to do it again. Level 4, level 5. Got it?
Yeah.
And what about the scripting thing now? See, I'll go for the perspective. I'll go for the blueprint now. When I play, those events are not triggering now. And
Yes.
if I open the level blueprint, it's empty. And you try to copy paste what we have created just now here, you won't able to get that. Trust me. I mean, you're not going to get the same references here, right? So you have to create it again. So how? Same thing. See, just imagine I'm doing it for the second time. How much time it is taking? You imagine you're doing it for the all levels. Okay. So I'll select the let's say trigger box, getting the reference for it, collision, actor begin overlap, other actor, casting it to the third person. Okay, and getting the point light here, say it as a reference, set the visibility. I have to recreate it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll save it. Let me just save this as level 2. See, I'll be saving it with a new level every time so that it will be easy for me to summarize later at the end of the class. Okay. So compile and save. So by default, this will be turned off. And when I hit play, so this guy is turning on and doing it again. See, trigger box, right click, everything I have to create it again and again.
Yes.
Right. Casting it to third person character, getting the point light reference. Right. And set the visibility. You can't keep on creating this again and again, right?
Correct. Yes.
So if it is only for to this level, then it's fine. Right? See,
Yes.
so light turn on, light turn off. So if it is only for this level, then it's fine. But if you want to keep on creating this for all levels, then come on. I guess you should do the you can't keep on creating that again and again, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I'll be using the blueprint class. Okay.
Mhm.
So remember, like each level in your project has its own level blueprint, okay, which is created by default, and you have to create your events according to the situation, and you should do it for each and every level. Just know what we have done. Okay, it is similar to the Kismet, like in the Unreal Engine 3, what they used to do by using the Kismet, it almost similar to that one. Now coming to the blueprint class. Okay, now in the blueprint class, it often shortened as blueprint. Like when I say blueprint class, I can say it like blueprints. Okay, and it is an asset that allows content creators to easily add functionality on top of existing gameplay classes.
Okay.
Okay, and you are creating it inside Unreal Editor only. Like I said, visual scripting instead of typing code. Okay,
Correct.
let's just imagine if you want to type a code to a light, it should toggle on and off. So you'll be creating, if your lighting your character going inside, you have a set of code, then you have to create it again. So without that, you'll be using the visual scripting. You're doing your scripting visually. That is what your visual scripting is all about. Okay, and this defines a new class or type of actor, okay, which can be placed as instance that behave like any other type of actors. You can have n number of instances. Okay, so I'll be creating one blueprint class, then I can have any number of instances. When you drag and drop your blueprint into your level, it will automatically convert into an actor. So that's a very good step. Okay, and if you're before creating your blueprint, you should say your parent class. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay, now let's see, let's jump on to the Unreal Engine. I'll create a new level, take it as default. Let's save it, select right over here. Now let me create a new folder, saying it as my blueprints. Clear?
Yeah.
Till here clear, right?
Yeah.
You are at the same step where I am.
Yes.
Okay, so stop me. Like if you're lagging back, please stop me. Don't hesitate. Okay, so right click here. I'll be creating blueprint class from here, or blueprint class, or blueprint class one. Anything is fine. Okay, so create a blueprint class. This is what I want. You have to pick your parent class depending upon your situation. Let's say you want an actor which can be placed or like spawned, placed or spawned inside your world. I'll go for the actor. Or you want like you want it as a pawn. Like what it does, it's an actor that can be possessed and receive input from the controller. Okay, like AI kind of thing. And you have a character, it's a type of pawn that includes the ability of walk around. You have a character over there, or you have so and so scene component. You have, it has only the transform and can be attached to the other scene components. Like you can also browse the other parent classes also if you want. Okay, so these are the commonly used. So for this class, I'll use it as actor because I want static meshes. I'll be creating a house and I want to play like, so create an actor. Let's say I'll name this one as PP underscore house. Okay, if you're having any confusions, you can go with the same names, no problem. So I'll save this level as level 3. Like I said, it will be easy for summarizing purpose. I'm saving it. So double click. So if you want to open your blueprint, just double click, it will open your blueprint editor. Clear? It has your menu bar, toolbars, components, blueprint, details, palette. Already we discussed the UI, right? Yes.
Yeah.
You also have the viewport, construction step. We'll discuss this in later. And event graph. This is where you do your event. See, your blueprint has its own viewport. You can create your things like in the viewport itself, right? Yeah. So what you are calling here, the let's say I'm going to, we have created by using the static meshes in the class level blueprint just now. We are calling them as actors, right? So here I'm calling them as components. Remember,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
click add components. So I'll search for a static mesh. Okay, and you can change the static mesh from here. Let's say wall door 400 by 300. And like I said, I want it to be facing the third person character. So I want it to face x-axis. See, you can see the small gimbal here, it's facing the x-axis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clear, simple. You just click on the add component, click on this static mesh,
Yes.
and from the details panel in the static mesh section, you click and type for wall door underscore 400 by 300. As simple as that. Okay, and here you can't duplicate it. Okay, when I'm trying to alt and drag, it's not taking. Okay, so what I'm doing, select, copy, and paste. Control C, Control V. Right. So I'll change this as wall 400 by 300. Going for the top view, rotate it, place it over there. Simple. Nice. So I'll select the static mesh again, doing it one more time. Control C, Control V, placing it over there. Can you able to do this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
Control C and Control V. Rotate and place it over there. Simple. Compile and save. So clear till here?
Yeah.
People are very serious. You're feeling bored or what?
No, we are doing it.
Okay, nice. So I'll be doing the last thing. So wall 400 by 400.
Okay.
So keep rotating it to 90 degrees. Go for the top view, arrange it properly. Go for the front view, align it like that. Compile and save. Clear till here?
Yeah.
Take your time, no problem. Simple. You click on add component, create a static mesh, and from the static mesh, you can select whatever static mesh you want from here.
Okay.
Fine. Now what? You want to create a light and a trigger box. Let's say what we call this trigger box here in the blueprint class. Okay. So add component, I'll quickly create a light. You take this light inside and increase the intensity. You can able to see this one here. Okay, compile and save. And see quickly, I'll jump to my level. When I drag and drop this here, this is what I have. Right? When I place it into my level, it became as an actor. If you want, you can edit your blueprint from here also. See, you just click, you can get your blueprint from here.
Oh.
Clear?
Yeah.
Fine. Yes. Now let me create something called box collision. So I've created trigger box there, right? Remember that?
Yes.
So we are
Yes.
creating it as a
Yes.
box
Yes, sir.
collision.
Box collision. Okay.
Yes, box collision. You can get it here. Box collision. Capsule you have, sphere you have for now. For the asset what I have resembles like a box. I'll go for box collision. Scaling it 200 by 200 by 150. Simple. So go for the top view. Placing it over there. Just a matter of aligning. Yes. Compile and save. Clear till here?
Yeah.
Can I go continue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now, so I'm not going to use this event play or begin overlap or like anyone. So I'll select the box, same, right click, add event for box, collision, on component begin overlap. Remember I said now we are calling it as a component.
Okay.
Yes. So just
Yeah.
select the
Yes.
box, right click, add event for box, collision, add on component begin overlap.
Okay.
Right. So what you're doing here on, I'll be checking other actor, casting it to the third person character, right? Okay. And also say, I just first compile and say, by doing that, when this event got triggered, or like when I hit play, it is just checking whether the player entered is a third person or not. Simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what next? You have to get point light. So it is already a component, you just drag and drop.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll select the point light here to get the visibility off. Okay. Compile and save, because I want it to be done with the event graph here, right? So drag and drop, set the visibility, select this one here, and new visibility to be turned on. Clear till here?
Yeah.
Okay. Compile and save and hit play. That is too good, right?
Yes.
I guess you people know what to do next. So you turn on, that should go off, right? So select the box, right click, add event for box, collision, add on component, end overlap. Okay, so I'll be checking this other actor with the cast to third person character. Get the point. And let me remind you again, I can take it from here also, but as this is your new to the blueprint, I'll make it simple flow for you. I don't want you to connect this one there and messy kind of thing.
No.
When you see that flow, it should be easy for you to understand. Okay. Yeah. So I'll drag and drop the point light here. Drag, set the visibility. Okay. And make sure your new visibility is turned off. I guess Sharat will be even more careful this time. Last time I guess you disabled it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So compile and save and play. That should do your job. Yeah. Clear? Are you able to do it till here?
Yeah.
I'll save this current and yeah. Okay. So let me create a new level again. Now this time, see, I'll take it as a default. I'll get my player start here, and unlike my level blueprint here, I can just drag and drop into my scene file here and play, which will do my job. See, simple as that. Now being this as a new level, I'm not recreating it again.
Correct.
I'm getting that blueprint here, and that's yes. Okay, so let me just get a copy here. Just copy and paste. I'll name it as blueprint 2. Let it be. Don't want this guy here. Drag and drop here. Like I said, I'll be saving it like version wise so that easy to summarize. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Now let us create a blast inside. Okay, so double click, compile and save. Now, so I'll drag a wire from here and say spawn emitter at the location. So you're going to spawn the emitter at the location. So you can use the template here. Okay, emitter template, I'll take it as the explosion.
Okay.
But the thing is, where you want that explosion to be there. Let me do one thing. See, I'll compile and save, dock next to your level. I'll play. You see, you're getting that explosion very small. Like you see that? See that?
No.
Yes.
Right.
Very
Now,
faintly.
Right.
Exactly.
Very small, and it is
Very
somewhere
small, yeah.
in the ground, right? Right.
Yes.
So what I want that explosion at the point light location.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So what I'll do, I'll get this point light. Okay, and get the location of this point light. So get world location. Exactly. Okay, and attach this to your location. Now, when I compile and save, hit play, that should be available. See, can you see that? You have an explosion there?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, I'll do one thing. I'll scale this scale this to 10 by 10 by 10. Now it should appear. Yes, right? I can see that.
Yeah, the
Explosion.
bigger blast.
Bigger blast. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So compile and save. So what you're doing here, you're checking the character as a third person in the box. Okay, when it got overlapped, and setting the visibility, and also change the, and also you're creating the emitter. You're spawning the emitter at the location. P explosion at which location? Point light location. Okay, I'll do it even more dramatic. Change the point light color as red. What do you say? Compile and save. Play. You're getting that red light inside. See, there's a danger kind of symbol there. Okay, so don't go inside here. That is going to blast. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me once you're done, I'll go continue. Take your time, no problem. Take your time. And we'll be, okay, I'll just keep this in front of you. You can just refer to this one. And arrange your notes properly, okay? It should not be like this or like that. It will be easy for you. You'll be getting confused. Clear?
Yeah.
Can I continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. Compile and save. Fine. Let me take a new level here. So new level, default, save everything. I'll save it as, let's just a second. Like, I guess I'll just save this. Let me save this level first. I forgot that to do. Save. Fine. Let's take a new level as default. I'll save. I'll do it immediately now so that I can't forget it again. I'm doing it immediately. So level 5, save again. Clear. Now I'll drag and drop this PP house inside. So what this does, we'll just create that explosion with that red light. Now what you want here, I want to create, or else I want to play a sound. It's very simple. I want to play a sound. So I'll copy and paste. So I don't want this anymore. Close, double click and open. As simple as that. Just drag, play sound 2D. And what you want your asset to be explosion. Compile and save. Dog this next to the level. You drag and drop into the scene here. Play. Can you hear this sound?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
We are
Yes, we can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
As simple as that. Very simple. Like play sound 2D, and the preset you're taking it as a explosion, or you can import your wave files from your system into the Unreal Engine, and you can get that in the blueprint. Clear till here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I'll save this, compile, close, save everything. Let me take a new level. Default, saving it, level 6. Save. Now this time, what I'm doing here, let's see, just see once. I'll select the player start, get this guy here. See, I'm going to destroy this. So destroy actor. Now when I say actor, I'm making it as self. Remember I said, like when you drag and drop here, it became as an actor.
It became
Your BPOs.
exactly correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I hit play, that should get disappear.
Okay.
So you're destroying the actor. Okay, you can refer this to the Subway Surfers game. You have a coin there. You go. You will be collecting that coin. You will get a sound,
Correct.
and your coin got disappeared.
Correct.
Yes.
Got it?
Got
Very
it, got it.
simple. You are going to destroy the actor, target as self, remember.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Till here? Any doubts?
No, no.
Come on, you would able to do this. It's very simple. You're like, though you're intermediate, like you're doing it very quick, man. Right. And so clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. So I'll
So far
close
fine.
this. So far, fine. Yeah, no doubts. Cool. Great. So I'll create a new level. Save current. Let's say I'll name this level as level number 7. Okay. Copy, paste, drag and drop. Select your player start. It'll be here. You go there. Yeah. Now, when I double click. Now let's make it even more interesting. I want to add a physics to this. Rather than destroying, I want to add physics to this. Okay. So drag, set simulate physics. Remember, these are the component what you can select any of this.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't want to have this component here. I want to make this static meshes as a component for the physics. Okay,
Oh.
but to simulate this physics, when I did the R&D, like what I came across is you have to enable the collisions, like whatever the static meshes you have used here, the starter content architecture, we use static meshes here, right? So you have
Yeah.
to enable the collisions for that, like double click, it open your static mesh right away.
Ah.
So just check whether it has collision. You are going to check this with this enable, like simple collision. If you
Okay.
have any green outline, we discuss in the static mesh editor, right? Okay, so I'm going to add a collision here, a box simplified collision, and scale this, placing it over there. Alt and drag, and I'll place this. If you want, you can remove this mapping, scale it even more properly. Clear?
Yeah.
No problem at this step. If you are going slow, not at all an issue.
Okay.
Take your time to arrange this collision. Okay, so I'll alt and drag, scaling this, placing it over there, scaling this again. You can use the orthographical views also, remember.
No.
Yes, sir.
Scaling and yeah, simple scale. Can you able to do till here?
Yes.
Okay, click save and remember this thing. See, my collision complexity should be project default. Okay, save, close, and I'm going to repeat the same steps for the static meshes what I have used. So I guess I've used wall 400 by 300, collision, sorry, collision, simple collision, collision, box collision here, changing the collision complexity to the project default, save. And we also used wall 400 by 400, collision, enable simplify collision. This is do check, okay, like whether you have the collision or not. And collision, box simplify collision, and complexity, changing it into project default.
Default.
Save,
Okay.
change. Yeah. Now, see, just to check, I'll select the static mesh here, placing it somewhere here, and let's say simulate physics. I'll give some mass. So what I have done after creating the collision, open the blueprint. Okay, you can just open it from here, or let me check. Okay, so blueprint 5, right? And you can place it over there, enable simulate physics, and give some mass. So when you compile and save, and I hit play, that should start simulating. Can you see that? Yes?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, that's how you simulate your
Yes.
physics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play. We'll start simulating your physics. Let me do it for all. Like quickly select simulate physics, and I want it to be 10. Select this static mesh, simulate physics, and making it as 10. Select this static mesh, simulate physics, say it as 10. By doing this, you are assigning the physics to your static meshes. Compile and save and play. But remember, when I hit play, it is simulating before itself.
Yes.
Yeah, you want physics, but I don't want, right? I want it to simulate to that particular, like when my character enters, like when your event is triggered.
Yes. Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
So remember, so this is just to show like what you're using here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me make it perfectly aligned, front view, and placing it over there. That is fine. Okay, so select, I'll remove physics, select disable physics, select disable physics, select disable physics, and select disable physics. I want blueprints to take care of it.
Okay.
Just checking. Remember, like when you're creating your box here, someone asked just now. So your Sharath, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so your box collision here.
Hmm.
Okay, if you don't want this to happen, when I go closer, if you don't
Yeah.
want this to happen, you can scale a bit
Yes. Yes.
inside.
Yes. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you can come across to that. So right now I have no issues with that, but just compile and save.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. Next, so drag a wire, set simulate physics, but I don't want my component to be box. I'll select these static meshes, drag into the graph, and set the target, changing the shelf into the static meshes. Select and drag, drag and attach, drag and attach. Okay, and remember to enable this simulate.
Yeah.
Compile and save. Okay.
Okay.
Play. There you go. Got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
My physics got simulated, but the problem is the light and the explosion are still there.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to destroy them.
Okay.
Okay, so pull a wire here, destroy. What you want to destroy this time? Component or actor?
Component, light.
Exactly, because remember we are not getting this as an actor here. These are components here. So drag and drop
Components,
your
correct.
point
yes.
light, yeah, box here. So attach and also attach. Clear? Compile and save and play. Okay. So what we have done, so you are getting the box collision box here, and on component begin to overlap. I'm checking the character as third person, setting the visibility, spawning the emitter at the point light location, playing the sound, setting the physics for the static meshes, and also destroying the component which I don't want to be in my scene file, point light and box. As simple as that. Clear?
Yeah.
Can you able to create till here?
Just open the blueprint editor once.
Okay.
Actually, I'm getting some error.
What error, Anurag? Who is speaking, Sharath or Anurag?
Yeah, I'm speaking Anurag.
Yeah, Anurag, yes.
So I'm getting some error. I don't know what error. I'll show you once.
Okay, share your screen. Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, this error.
Can you just maximize the window?
Yeah. Again, I'll
No. Yeah. Okay. When you're getting this? Okay. Okay, simulate physics. Oh, fine, fine. Can you open the static mesh editor of wall underscore door? Like, I just want to see your static mesh editors, wall door and wall 400 by 400, 400 by 300.
This one, right?
Just get the complexity. Yes, fine. Go for the collision. Yes, yes. See, collision complexity, you didn't change it into project default.
Okay, so we have to change it, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing why you're getting the error there. Simple. Make sure you have done that for the all static meshes there.
Yeah, it is fine right now. That's
Okay,
why-
for that. Okay. There is no error. Then you have done for all.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Any more doubts?
No.
Clear so far?
So far clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll save it. Create a new level. Select the player. Start. Saving the level right away. Level 7. Naming it as 8. And save. Remember, for the class purpose, I'm making it for separate blueprints. You can do it with a single thing. Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Okay, don't confuse.
Okay.
So now here, when I simulate the physics, my player will be keep on running, right? So I want to add the impulse of these static meshes. Okay, I don't want the initial velocity to be, velocity to be 0. Like once it's done, I want to add those impulse more. Okay, so how we are doing that? Very simple. Open after destroying the component, or you can do it before, immediately after the set physics also. Okay, so drag, let's say add impulse. Now for what you're adding impulse for? Okay, I'll get the same static meshes, copy and paste, or select the static meshes here, drag and drop, make it as a target. Clear? Simple. And see, for the impulse, I want to add a float value. Okay, so let's say right click, random float in range. So I'm creating it as a float value. I'm having this as a vector value. You can see the impulse vector value. So I'll be converting it to float. Just right click, split struct pin. Simple.
Okay.
Just right click on that, split struct pin. So my value will be changing into float now.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give some random value saying it has 2000 and select 1500. Values can be same. You can use your own values, no problem. And I'll send the return value to the impulse. I can do this, getting the return value for X, Y, and Z, but for your convenient, and just copy, paste. Remember, wherever you place your mouse pointer, it will paste your node there. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So drag a wire from return value, add to Y, drag, add to C.
See.
Compile and save. So when I hit play, and also having that impulse. See? Okay, why this is still been triggered? Simple reason. You go and destroy the
That's correct. Box and the point light.
exactly. Play. That's what you have. See? It's like Hulk in action. Clear? Can you able to add impulse?
Yeah.
This is just like an option. Like if you want to add, you can add to get that extra to gain that extra velocity. Okay.
Yeah.
I want all of you to answer. Come on, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Are you feeling bored?
Oh,
No.
No.
Fine. let's take this to the another level. Create a new level, create default, save current, save it as level 9, save it. This time I'll make something interesting. Okay, just drag and drop here. Clear till here?
Yeah.
Now, when my, see, I'll do one thing. I'll just change the material on the static mesh after explosion. It has the same kind of what you say, material assigned, right? Looking very nice,
Yeah.
very neat. Let's just change the material. So just a simple step. Scale this. Open your blueprint. So drag here and say set material. And for what you want to set the material? For the static meshes. Attach to the target, drag and attach. Drag
Sir,
and
now
attach.
you are duplicating or copy pasting? How do you
Copy
do-
pasting. Copy pasting. You can directly assign it from here, saying it
Okay.
like target. Let's see, I'll just remove the connection. I'll assign it from here. I'll assign it from here. Even you have created your static mesh from here itself. I can have wire going till here. So it will look clumsy for you, right?
Okay.
Okay, it will
Mhm.
be
Okay. Yes.
Hard
yeah,
to-
hard to find. Okay, so you can do it later, no problem. But have a first try. Once you achieve, then go for this kind of thing. No problem. No issues when you're doing this kind of thing. Okay, clear? So I'll assign this to the target here. Select static mesh 3, send to the target, static mesh 2, static mesh 1. And what you want. I'm going to change the material. Let's say, I guess I've used the concrete grim. Okay, compile and save and play. Wonderful. Isn't it interesting? See?
You can do lots of things, right?
Show it again.
Yes. You can do lots of things and see.
Okay.
I've it's simple. I've created like till here clear, right?
Yeah.
So pull a wire and say set material. I don't want box as the component. Set
Okay.
material for the static meshes. I'll select, copy and paste.
Okay.
So drag, attach to the target material, target. Set material function, and changing the material, select as you just click on this and search for concrete grim.
Okay. Okay.
Compile and save. At this step, you would have like this. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we'll just play around. Okay. Now before that, see, let's explain you the flow 1 second. So I've from the box, I've triggered on component begin overlap, and I check the character as third person or not. So when the player enters, it will be checking whether the person is third person character or not. Then your point light is going to turn on. Okay, and at the same time, on component end overlap, your third person is going to, I mean, it is going to check whether the person is third person or not, casting it to third person, and the new visibility should be turned off. It says the light is going to turn off when he leaves.
Correct.
Clear? And
Okay.
we spawn emitter at the location. At what location? At the point light location. How you are
Point
getting
light
it by
location.
how you are getting it by using the get
Yeah,
world
to all
location.
Okay.
Exactly. And we remember you scaled. You want to
Yes,
say it
yes,
big,
yes.
right? So we scaled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember.
Okay. And then you played a 2D sound by using the Explosion 1 preset.
Okay.
We
Yes.
simulated physics. And also, let's say, like when you're doing the physics thing, make sure you're adding the collisions here. So
Correct.
check
Okay.
see the collision and also get the box collision, and your collision complexity should be project default for all the static meshes, whatever you have used. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've added impulse, created the random range
Yeah.
for the float 2000 to 3500. Values can be anything. And I've converted the vector value into float. Just for right click and change it into float for the static meshes. And I've destroyed the component point and box.
Correct.
Okay. And you set a material for the static meshes. So remember, your flow will always go from left to right with this white line. I can say for you people, it's like white line. That's how your node will get executed. Executing line, you can say, or executing wire or like anything.
Okay.
Easy for you to understand rather than going with a technical name. Okay, so compile and save. And this is the result. What? Okay, like I was telling you, let's just play around now. Let's just save. I want a new level. Default. Scale it. I want my player start to be here. Go for the blueprints. Remember, I said you can use n number of instances. So in the same level itself. And remember, you can also get the level blueprint in the blueprint class. You can also call that. Okay, in the level itself. Okay, so we'll see that later, but I've create a house here. I'll drag and drop this here again, drag and drop this one here again, drag and drop this one here again. Is everyone there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, or you can also make it as a duplicate, like Alt and drag, rotate. Clear? Now when I hit play, you're Hulk now. Then you have a, you can just do these things. A lot of explosions, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Clear?
I'm sorry, I just had some connectivity issue.
No
can you
problem. No
please
problems.
repeat? Yeah.
No problem. See, as I was telling you, your blueprint act. Okay, so where you went off, like
Just before you were like bringing everything into one scene.
okay, fine. See, so I'll get this blueprint into my scene file here. Place,
Okay.
make it as an actor. Just duplicate. Place it over there.
Okay.
Okay, duplicate and rotate. Alt and drag and rotate. Right? And when you start playing, see, I have this many number of instances. I can have n number of instances.
Okay.
What your gameplay will be. You have an explosion, your material is changed, and it goes on.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Can you able to do this?
Yeah.
Level 10. So you can change the mannequin character into Hulk and keep on going on, like like changing this like this, right? Okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Have any doubts, or you want to show what you have done? You want to show something? Come on, you all are welcome. Okay, and also remember, when you're in the blueprint editor, like if you are going for any static mesh, let's say I'll right click, go for the reference viewer. You know about this. At the same time, when you are getting the blueprinter as an actor, right click and go for the reference viewer here also. You'll be able to see for what it is referencing, what
Correct.
static methods you are using here. Okay, it will easy to analyze before itself. So what it does, rather than if and also see right click and go for the size map. It has a 61 MB. Sometimes you may have a 1 GB or 10 GB, this kind of thing. Okay, so your blueprint is different to some other actor. It is different to something else and something else. Okay, so when you drag and drop, it will take a lot to simulate,
Correct.
or like in an easy way. Like when you press play, it will take some time, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to fall into that zone. Like check before itself. Okay, you can use your reference viewer, go for the size map. Okay, and make things easier for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, yes, please. Okay, sharing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. Yes. Nice. Though it is like, yes, yes, very nice. Very nice, very nice.
I just lined it up so that it will be.
So, yeah. So can I continue, or you want to share your things? Come on.
Please continue.
Yes, 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 yes.
Continue.
So yeah, thank you. So what we have done in this class, so we created a level blueprint where you have a light, it got toggled, like when the player is inside, got on, and when the player outside, turned off.
I guess you are not sharing your screen. Yeah.
It is sharing.
Yeah. No, it is.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
start my
yeah,
screen, now it is sharing.
Okay.
Yes, yes, we can.
So when I hit play, like this is the level blueprint. Okay, and the next level itself, we recreated it, saying like everything has to be created again if you are changing the level. And then we went for the blueprint. So we did the same. And you can have any number of instances, right? So I can place this here, select the house, make it another instance, play. It will be working in the same level or in the another. Okay, then we went for the level 4. So here we created explosion along with the light.
Light, yes.
And in the level
Yes.
5, you would able to sound.
Down.
Yes, yes. Level 6, I've destroyed the actor.
Down with explosion.
Yes, yes, everything is gone. Okay, you have destroyed the thing there.
Yes.
Okay, and triggered an event when a player is a third-person character. You toggle the visibility, right? Then you have assigned spawn an emitter at the point light location, and then you have added a sound by using a preset. Then destroy the actor. Okay, or you also did like, okay, destroying the component also. You've set the simulate for physics, destroy the component also, remember? Okay, and as an option, we had the impulse also. You added the impulse. Okay, and at the end we have assigned the material, set material. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Levels C++, like when functionality that is used in more than one place, right? And use per tick, especially if it is connected, concerned with many actors, right? And complex in nature and bug prone and or maintenance kind of things. I'm talking about the C++ thing, right? And especially when it is likely to be extended significantly, and likely to be extended like significantly getting heavier later. So C++ will be useful at that time, and especially concerning complex and critical features such as save game or like networking. Okay, I'll be doing it with the C++. Okay, someone asked like at the starting of the class, like what about C++ and blueprints, right?
Yeah.
So, and coming to the blueprints, the majority of the majority is the content references. and anything that is significant forward or visual in nature, or you can say isolated functionality or level scripting you have, or not part of the core architecture, right? Okay, and or let's say like functionality that is still being prototyped. Okay, the typical should be within the blueprint. Yeah, you try to memorize this points, like, okay, so then you can easily say like, okay, yeah, this situation I'll go for C++, for this situation I'll go for blueprints.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. No more doubts, right? That's the basic concept involved in the blueprints, and we also discuss how you use the level blueprints, how to access the actors from the world outliner and making it as a references in the level blueprint. We did for the point light, we did for the box trigger,
Yes, yes.
right? And getting the
Yes.
references to the actors, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And with the level blueprint, we created the toggle of visibility of the point light, like on and off. When you player inside, on, outside, off,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And also how to use the blueprint classes, blueprint instances, and we also
Yes.
created the by using the blueprint class, right?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yes. We have assigned a material there. We played sound. We simulated physics.
Correct.
Okay, and we now, I guess now by this time you know the difference between the level blueprints and the blueprint class, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and also concept of the parent-child inheritance, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and we also discuss the various parts of blueprint editor and how your flow will execute along the blueprint graph.
Correct.
Clear?
Yes.
Clear.
Yes. Right. So for the next topic, we'll be discussing about the more things in the blueprint. Let's say printing the strings, the flow of execution, variables, operators, control structures, arrays, functions, class, instances, events, vectors, even more in detail. Okay, we'll
Okay.
go for a big example.
Oh,
Okay, and you
Yeah.
will learn how to use game variable to swap out audio to control the volume audio layers.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
like
Mhm.
example, let's say you're playing a game and you're inside a cave. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
going inside, you can hear that echoes, your level
Yes,
tuning
yes.
Exactly.
when you're playing, and once you come
Exactly.
out, like how you're going to trigger those sounds from the object movements, etc.
yeah.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
yes. And we'll be using IES light profiles, how you're going to change according to the blueprint. I guess you know IES, you're from the
Yeah,
3D
yeah.
background. IES light
Yeah.
profiles, right? You'll
Yeah.
be using it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I use the input bindings to interact with the animated assets. Okay, and you can also modify the keyframes in the animation editor on existing animation assets. Okay,
Okay.
and also building a unique animation set for the blueprint based character. This will be a very interesting topic for you. And we're also discussing how to create tools using the blueprints that randomly scatter user selected static mesh. Okay, by you, you're getting that point, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're also creating the Unreal Motion graphics. It will be a very
Mhm.
small game. You're creating the UI. Okay, heads
Okay.
up display, like you see in when you're playing game, you see the how much health you have. When you collect
Mhm.
coin, the score will be increasing. We'll be creating
Yes.
that interface.
Correct.
Okay, and also we'll be creating lights, let's say like
Yes.
interacting, like just know what we have done. It will be even more in detail kind of thing. Okay, and
Okay.
the UMG will be doing it with the widget blueprints. Okay,
Okay.